Only mode.
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you very much for joining this webinar again. And sorry for the last 3 days we cannot do the webinar because of there are some other delegates from the island was here, so we are busy with their education fair and all. So today, Praveen is going to talk about the Georgia. I just have to update that we recently got the 4 visas for the Georgia, and couple of 2 and 3 still are there in the pipeline. So it's a good that they are I think almost 100% visa we have for the Georgia. Georgia basically having good programs, like we have the MBBS programs there and all other programs available with the low cost. The fees is very low. It's only around 4,000 to 5,000 euro per year. So Praveen can tell you more information about the Georgia. So I just handing over to the Praveen so that he can start his the webinar. So in the meantime, anybody have any questions, feel free to write down your questions in the chat box. Praveen, you can take it from here.
Okay. Hello all. My name is Praveen. I'm representative of Study Metro. So today I am here to introduce you the country Georgia, one of
Praveen, your voice is gone. Can you just check your connectivity?
the European countries. We are mostly neighboring countries of Georgia. Where hello,
Praveen,
can you
you
hear me?
Praveen, your voice is getting breaking up. Can you just reshuffle your another wireless connection if this internet is having a issue?
Okay, okay. Just give me a minute, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think you can start now, and let's see if
Okay.
we can hear you properly.
Okay, okay, great, sir. So today I will be going to give you the information about Georgia, one of the European countries, entire admission process, visa process, what are the requirement, what will be the course fee, and what are the benefits of to study in this country. So entire information I will be going to provide you today. So it from starting, just you can see in my screen the map of the country. So the neighboring countries of Georgia were Turkey, Armenia, Russia, and Azerbaijan. These are the neighboring countries of Georgia. So on the next slide, you can see the general information about the Georgia country. Like the entire population of Georgia will be around 4.6 million, and the capital will be Tbilisi. Currency, there are two currencies, one gel and the common euro. Both are the currencies very normally used in Georgia country. And one lari, which is so-called gel, is equal to 27.38 Indian rupee, and the local language will be Georgian. The time difference will be 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours behind from New Delhi. I mean, from Indian timing, 1.5 hours will be behind of Georgian time difference. And the alphabet you can see in the last. These are the some of the alphabets which is actually used in the Georgia country. Now, in the second slide, we will be going to see the benefits to get education in Georgia. So, first and the foremost point, you can say 100% visa guarantee. It's approval rate. So, if we compare it with any other country of Europe, like total there are approximately 28 countries where there in the entire Europe. So, this is only a country where you can say we can provide a student 100% surety, whether it may be an age issue of the student, whether it may be a percentage, or you can say GPA issue of a student. So no need to worry at all, because this is the country where student can get easily admission of any profile. we can assure the student admission that your admission will be 100% sure, and also you can give a 100% surety of visa, because there is not a single percent chances of getting visa denied in this country. There are certain benefits apart from that also, but my concern is that if any other country of Europe like Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, if you compare to any other country like France, Germany, so all the countries having their age limits for studying bachelor program, for studying master program. But this is the country where there is no age limit to study. If a student, example, if a student having 32 years old, and if you want to study bachelor program, then this is the country where student can get easily admission and also visa success. Now the second point will be it's a peaceful country for international students, and crime and corruption free country, low living expenses, and it's also European recognized education system. I mean, the education system is also good. It's a globally recognized. Now these are the top 10 universities which is available in Georgia. So you can see almost all the universities were located in the capital of Georgia, like Tbilisi. We have a student can also select by their own any university if they want. Else, according to the percentage, according to the eligibility criteria of the student, we will be going to suggest them the best option, which is available in Georgia. So almost many universities, you can say approx there are 92 universities are available total in entire Georgia. So out of 92, we can say more than 50 universities are available only in capital. So this is the best location where student can get easily admission and a good life in the capital of Georgia. Now these are the popular courses. Business administration, mostly students used to go for business administration, whether it may be bachelor program or master program. Second preference will be law. Third, media. Then technology, government, social science, technology, healthcare management, and medical courses. As Mr. Abhishek sir told, that this is one of the country where is actually famous for almost all the courses. Like if a student is looking for BDS program, for MBBS program, for MDS, or for or any other courses, they have many courses, and their eligibility criteria is also very low. So if an example, if a student having even 48 percentage, and if you want to get admission in MBBS, so I don't think so there are any country in the entire whole world who can provide admission for 48% student. But this is the country where student can get easily admission. And because of their low eligibility criteria, it doesn't mean that they have a low ranking university. No, not like that. They also have the top ranking universities, but their eligibility criteria is low. That's it. Now I have just mentioned a new slide for especially for the diploma courses, because the main reason is that these are the courses on which student can apply after 10th pass. I mean to say, if a student is 10th pass only, so there are very less options available in the market for 10th pass student. So these are the diploma courses. Even student can enter in these diploma courses after just pass out of his 10th. It's not required that 12th class is necessary. If a student is pass out only just class 10, he will be ready, and he can be get admission in these diploma courses like nurse assistants, practice nurse, IT, and the last I have not mentioned, but it's yes, financial diploma is also there. If a student is interested for diploma in finance, yes, he can get admission in that also. Now we comes up to especially diploma courses fee structure, or all these diploma courses after 10th will be 1 year only. The duration of the course, the diploma will be only 1 year, and the fee structure will be 2,500. You can say USD, 2,500 USD. Okay, now comes to the next slide. So these in this slide we can see the international student fees for undergraduate and for postgraduate program. In the previous slide I have cleared that the fee structure will be 3,000 USD approx 2,500 or 3,000 USD for almost all the universities. Now this slide can prove that what are the master program fee and what are the diploma courses or bachelor program fee structure. So there are not many more difference in the universities or colleges of the Georgia. There are, if a student looking for master program, then the duration will be of course 2 years. If a student is looking for bachelor program, then the duration will be 4 years. If a student is looking for diploma program, the duration will be 1 year. And this diploma program, a student, whether it may be 12th pass out or 10th pass out, both are eligible to get enter in diploma courses. The credits, 120 credits should be complete for master program student, 240 credits for bachelor program, and 60 credits for diploma holder. Now comes up to fee structure. I have not mentioned all the particular universities fee structure over there. I have just given you a general idea. Almost all the universities having approx same fee structure. If a student is looking for masters or bachelors or diploma courses, the initial fee will be 3,000 to 3,500 USD per year. It will in between that only, and the second year fee will be going to little bit less. It will be going from second year to 2,800 USD per year from the second year, whether it may be going for bachelor program or for master program. Second year will be a little bit less. Okay, the next slide, it will be going to show the admission and visa procedure. This is a very important and you can say important for admission procedure and for the visa procedure. This slide is very important. So initially, to start the admission process, we have to complete the first phase to start the admission procedure. Initially, students have to submit documents. So one more thing, let me clear it to all of you that this is the country where less paperwork, very flexible. Almost all the student can get admission, flexible in visa, flexible for admission, very less paperwork, and also low fee structure. Okay, so initially to start the admission, you can see there are very less documents required to start the admission process. Only student have to fill registration form, require international passport, and their previous educational documents. If a student is going for bachelor program, require 10th and 12th mark sheet. If a student is going for master program, require their bachelor's plus 10th, 12th mark sheet. Now comes up to second step. And after submitting all these documents, student will be getting offer letter. You can say conditional offer letter within 48 hours. It's a general idea. All the universities of the Georgia will be not taking much more time to give this conditional letter. It will take hardly 2 to 3 days. That's it. Now that comes third step. In third step, once a student receive the conditional letter from the universities or college, then student have to pay 1,000 USD to university's account, so that they will be going to provide you unconditional letter. So this is the first step which all the universities required in Georgia, that student have to pay 1,000 USD initial amount to start the entire admission process, or to get the enter in visa process. This 1,000 USD all the universities required in Georgia. Once a student done with this payment, then he will be getting enter in the second phase, and then he will be getting a unconditional letter in his hand. Okay, now I will go to next slide. Now second phase means total visa procedure. So once a student get unconditional letter in the hand, after that we will be going to help him to all the student for the visa process. Visa process initially will start by clicking on that link which is mentioned, online filled visa form. This is the link where we have to click it to start the visa process. This is the, we have to just register the student ID's profile. We have to create a student profile, and then we have to submit the documents. The student can also do themselves to start the process for visa, and agents are also free to do the entire visa process of student. So whether it may be an agent or whether it may be direct student, you have to just click on this button, have to register yourself or student profile, and just submit the student documents. Below list are the documents which require to upload online. Passport copy, photo, academic documents, financial guarantee documents with at least less than 4. Okay, one more thing, let me clear you. As all the countries need bank statement to show sufficient funds like financial documents. So this is also the country where students have to show at least 4,000 USD in the account, whether it may be a sponsor account or a student's account. Apart from 4,000 USD, students have to show their minimum yearly their annual expenses for accommodation and food stuffs. So round figure, we can say at least 4 to 5 lakh minimum amount should be there in the bank statement of the student or financial of any if a student is sponsor is student, if any of the sponsor is showing the bank statement, then he have to show at least 4 to 5 lakh rupee minimum. Okay, now the medical insurance, this is also important, which is all the student has to make before doing the visa procedure. So medical insurance, any private or government medical insurance, you can easily make a medical for 1 year, medical insurance for 1 year. And if it's not okay, as I mentioned in the last line, that it's not compulsory that a student has to process his application. All the agencies also free to start to do the same process by themselves. Now comes to the final procedure of visa. So in the final procedure, is to once student done with the upload of all the documents, then he have to just go directly to embassy, which is available in Delhi. So student have to submit the documents, and after submitting the documents within 30 days, it's a maximum time where student have to just wait for the to get the visa success. So my many of my previous students also get the visa within 8 days or within 10 days also. It's so this 30 days mentioned is the maximum duration. Within 30 days, the student can get visa in his hand. Once the student get the visa, he can just travel. He have to submit all the he has to pay complete first year fee. Once the student get the confirmation of the visa, now the next step is the student have to pay complete pending fee of first year, because 1000 USD student already paid it. So after 1000 USD, what are the remaining amount for first year fee the student has to pay now, and then he can just travel to Georgia. Okay, now I've just mentioned the scholarship point. Like initially, all the universities are not going to give scholarship to all the students, but yes, after first year, I mean after first semester, once the student enter in the second semester, depending on the individual performance, and the student can get scholarship. Okay, the next slide is going to show the intakes. The common intake in many universities will be fall, September intake, and also spring, February intake. But yes, there are many universities and the colleges available in the Georgia where they're having very flexible many intakes. Like with every 2 months, they have an intake for admission. Okay, so there is no as such of deadlines in European universities, because they can accept applications anytime. So whenever you have any student, or whenever a student want to start his admission procedure, he is free to start the admission process. We have to just submit us complete documents, and we will just going to give you confirmation within 24 hours whether that which intake you will be going to receive. Coming intakes information we will be going to give them. Okay, as I told you, there are very less paperwork, so students have to submit these initial documents to start the admission procedure. Application form we will be going to provide them, which as per their eligibility criteria, we will be going to select any particular university, and then we will just provide them application form. After application form, a student have to submit previous educational documents, and yes, one more thing, EPC or maybe English proficiency certificate or any scorecard like IELTS, TOEFL, student have to submit, whether it may be IELTS 5.5 or more than that. If a student not able to get IELTS or TOEFL scorecard, so in that condition he have to show that their previous education is via English medium. Apart from that, one photo size passport size photo and one passport scan copy. Okay, work and study in Georgia. So once a student reach to Georgia, students are free to start their part-time job. So it completely depends on students' skills and performance. So if a student having good experience, he can earn good wages over there. But mostly student, it will take time little bit to set up over there for a student if he is actually looking for work procedure work purpose. So it has to wait at least 3 months or 4 months, because although all the students are free to start their job from the very first day onwards, but yes, it will take the time to get the job, at least 3 to 4 months minimum. Okay, the visa processing time and validity. Initially, student will be getting 3 months visa. After 3 months visa, only student will be getting. After 3 months visa, only student will be getting a national visa. He has to apply for national visa. So national visa, for the national visa, university will be going to help you to all the students. Okay, now on the next step, we will be going to provide you what are the total actual expenses. So initial 6 steps, first, second, third, fourth, and sixth. These initially sixth point shows the expenses before flying to Georgia country. Uh, First, notarized translation. then visa fee, temporary residential permit fee, insurance, and airfare. So these are the apart from airfare. I mean, sorry, starting fifth point, student will be getting charged around 10,000 INR approx. That's it, not more than that. So student have to do show the insurance copy to visa officer, and visa fee, which will be hardly around you can say 1,800 to 2,000. That's it. Notarized translation, it will take to approx 2,000 rupees for a translation of entire documents. So before flight to Georgia, student will be getting these charges. These are the hidden charges which we are not going to pay, but student have to pay directly to embassy. It will be goes not more than 10,000 INR. Okay, now seventh, eighth, ninth point, where the expenses which once a student reach to Georgia to university, then they have to get the charge, these charges. Accommodation, it will be approx 300 to 500 USD per month, and transportation just point 0.5 gel, or food expenses also approx 10 gel as a dinner price. Okay, the next slide shows the general idea about the entire Georgian country's detailed information. That total there are 73 universities in Georgia country. Out of 73 universities, 20 are the public university and 53 are the private universities. Okay, if we see the enrollment graph of the previous student, then we can clearly see over there that if a student, most of the students are going for bachelor program, and there are very few students going for PhD and for diploma courses. But yeah, the high graph will be go bachelor degree only. So a bachelor degree, whether it may be a MBBS program or management program or technical programs. Okay, this graph you can see that approx 17% of Indian will be 17% of the student will be from India only. There are 31 more than India. There is only Azerbaijan country students, which were approx 31% of students, international students in Georgia location. So in whole Georgia, there are 17% will be of Indian as an international student. Okay, these are the recent copies which we recently got the visa success. Recently, 3 students. And okay, one more. Let me remind you once again the benefits of to study in Georgia. 100% visa success rate. So if a student will be getting any profile, whether it may be any age issue, or because of age issue you're not able to file application, or whether it may be any course, or like a student is 10th pass. So I don't think so there are many options for 10th pass student in abroad for study, for further studies. But this is only a country where student after 10th pass also can get easily admission visa. Third point, there it will be a very low course fee option. If we convert it in INR, it will be goes not more than 2 lakh rupee per year. So hardly 2 lakh per year will be the entire expenses of course fee for all the international student. High visa success rate, 100% visa guarantee, admission guarantee. So these are the main points of the Georgia location. And also fourth thing, one of the main thing, that there is no application deadline. So whenever a student, whenever we getting an application of a student, we can just process it anytime, sir. Okay, this is the entire program of Georgia. So if you have any questions, please ask me.
Praveen, you are very fast, I guess, today. No issue. Can you just summarize again the webinar which you have given about the Georgia, like the eligibility, the tuition fee, and
Uh,
the visa requirement?
Okay, let me again introduce the eligibility. Initially, I will go for eligibility criteria. I mean, it's if we talk about the eligibility criteria, students should. It's not as such as eligibility criteria. So all the universities having different eligibility criteria. But if a student having 40% then also we do have options for him. If a student having 48%, then also we do have options for him in Georgia. So as it is not a strict criteria, we can say, as an eligibility, if a student having IELTS 5.5 band or less than that, if a student not given IELTS, then also we can process this application. So approx, yeah, we can say if a student having approx 50%, then also we can get him easily admission. If a student having less than 50%, then it will he will be getting only average university, not good ranking university. So as it is not strict criteria, but yes, 50% we can say in general idea. If a student having more than 50%, he can get a good ranking universities in Georgia. Okay, and now comes about the educational fee. The fee structure. Okay, if you talk about the fee structure, now as I discussed, the first year fee, whether if a student is going for MBBS program or Bachelor of Commerce or Bachelor of Finance or diploma courses, their fee structure will go approx 3,500 USD per year. So, for example, if a student going for diploma course, their fee might be 3,000 USD per year. So it will goes up to 3,000 to 3,500 USD per year will be a general idea for fee structure of all the programs, whether it be bachelor program or master program. And for the second year duration, the second year, the approx fee will be 2,800 USD for all the students, for almost whether it may be bachelor's or master's. I have not given a fixed accurate information about the fee structure. We can say general information. It will be goes nearby that only. So 3,000 to 2,800 second year fee. This is the fee structure. So let me explain you again the admission visa procedure, how it works. Initially, student have to submit the documents to us to start the admission procedure. So there are very less paperwork. The student have to just submit passport copy, filled form, and a passport size photo, and their educational documents. If a student have given EPC, well and good. If a student have not given IELTS TOEFL scorecard, then also we can process his application. Okay, once the student have submitted us all the documents, then within 48 hours, within 2 to 3 days, we will be going to provide him offer a conditional acceptance letter. So once the student get the acceptance letter, the next step is the student have to pay 1,000 USD. Initially, he has to pay to all these universities required that amount, 1,000 USD, to start to give them the unconditional letter. So once the student pay that amount, after that it will take 8 to 10 days to get them unconditional letter. Okay, so once students ready with their admission procedure, now comes up to second phase, which is visa procedure. So in visa procedure, we require that slip, that unconditional letter from the university that the student already done 1,000 USD payment to university, and then some of the pending documents like insurance, and also insurance copy will be required, and again photo. These are the documents checklist which student have to upload it in that link. So I've just mentioned clearly that these are the links where all the student have to open this link to and upload the documents. So once the student upload all the documents to that particular link, then there will be getting a final confirmation page that yes, your visa procedure have done, and then you have to submit the hard copy of all these documents. These mentioned are the documents which student have to after submitting it online, student have to collect all these documents hard copy and have to submit to embassy all these documents copy. So once a student submit all this copy to embassy, after that it will take approx 30 days or less than 30 days to get him visa success. Okay, so once the student get the visa in his hand or her hand, then next step is the student have to pay complete fees of first year to embassy to university. Once the student done with first year fee, then only student can arrival in Georgia. Okay, for the further intakes, let me clear you again. Some universities having only two intake: fall intake, which is September, and spring intake, which is February intake. These are applicable for 2 to 3 universities of Georgia. But rest of the universities are very flexible. They're having intakes after 2 months, like January, then March, then August, then October. These are every 2 months. There will be intake dates are available for many universities of Georgia. But yeah, if a university is top three ranking university, then they're having only a common two intakes, fall and spring intake.
Okay, great. So, Praveen, how much time it will take? Like, if we submit a complete documents to you, how much time do you think that we get the admission acceptance letter, and then all together, once the students pay $1,000, how much time it will take to get the unconditional letter and applying to the visas? Overall process.
So for entire admission process will take at least 18 to 20 days. Minimum 18 days, maximum you can say 20 days, 18 to 20 in between that. If a student not wasting their time while submitting 1000 USD, so a student can get admission within 18 to 20 days within this duration only. And after getting an admission, it will take again, we can say 45 days approx to get the visa success in his hand. So total 45 days for visa process and 20 days for admission process.
Okay. So the overall the complete process is between 2 to 3 months time, and the
Yeah,
students
two
has to submit all the documents. Okay. Okay.
exactly, sir.
Great. So Praveen asked the question from the Mumbai that how long the fund should be maintained in the account.
If a student, mostly I will be going to suggest to all my students just show them bank loan approval letter, because bank loan approval letter is one of the good thing which they will not ask you much more questions and they will provide easily visa. So if a student can able to show the bank loan approval letter, that will be really great. Else student have to show at least 7 to 8 days bank transaction detail minimum. It's a minimum I have mentioned 7 to 8 days. If a student can show 1 month or 2 month transaction detail, that will be really good. So minimum duration will be 7 to 10 days, maximum 3 months. And if a student is showing 7 to 8 days transaction, then also student can get easily visa.
Okay. So any other counselors, if you have any questions for Praveen, please feel free to ask him so that you are clear about the Georgia process. If everybody clear about the Georgia process after this webinar, so we expect that we can get some good results or good number of the students from your end also. So the mainly if you have students who get rejected for the USA, or if you have the students who are looking for the low budget universities, they can apply to the Georgia. So Praveen, I just want to ask you some more questions regarding the Shanghai visa, because I heard that Georgia is not a part of the Shanghai country. But how you
Exactly.
recruit the students if they say that they are particular about getting the Shanghai visa and they want to go to those countries only where the Shanghai is available.
Okay, okay. So let me clear this. Let me give clarification on this point. That if a student is entering in the Georgia country of Europe, then initially once student have to complete his duration. Like if a student is going for master program, he has to complete 2 year duration within Georgia country only. So after completion of the course, student will be getting 6 months initially to get his first job. So within this duration of 6 months, student have to show any kind of job letter to stay for 1 year more in the particular country. But if a student is interested to go any other country like France or Georgia, then he can get just a request to university person that these 6 months I want to uh, work my post study work visa I require to any other country. So on behalf of this university request, he can get easily apply. He can apply for post work visa of any other European countries, but he have to apply. I mean, his visa is not giving him any kind of opportunity to transfer the countries. But yes, the student can get easily, because as per the university's rule, they are coming in the European Union, right? Georgia comes under European Union, so they have the procedure such like that it's flexible. So a student can get easily admission. So a student can get easily post work visa. If he want to change the country, he is flexible to change it. As per the government norms, student will be getting easily 6 month post work visa of any country if he already passed out from any European country. Like if a student have completed his bachelor degree from Georgia, So he have to just apply for France or Germany or any other country for post-work visa of 6 months, and then he can get easily transferred to any other European country for to search their jobs. If once a student get the job, then he can just apply for work visa for a particular country. Like student got the within this 6 months, if a student got a good job in France, so he have to apply for work visa from France embassy. I mean Indian embassy of France, and just continue their job. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So, any other questions, the counselors, if you have, please ask us. And I think we have given you the almost all the information about the Georgia, and we are hoping that you understand everything. So, thank you very much, Praveen, for this wonderful webinar. I think you covered each and every points for the Georgia, and hopefully we
Mhm.
can get you the good number of the students who are looking for getting admission for the next intake. So, still that we can get the students for the spring. Is it possible now?
Yes, yes. For spring intake, we can recruit the students for spring intake too.
Okay, okay, that's great. Okay.
Before, I need to say, if a student get the delay in the visa process, because visa is the process where a student can get delay. So in that condition, university will be going to extend this application for March intake. So they are flexible actually. If a student get the take the time, or their visa process will take the time, then they will just shift to student from January intake to March intake.
Okay. So, I think we got the complete information, Praveen. But in the meantime, if any of the counselors, if they have any questions, they'll feel free
Mhm.
to let you know so that you can support them. So thank you
Sure,
for
sir.
webinar today. And tomorrow we have the webinar for the Switzerland. I guess the Pragati is going to give the webinar for the Switzerland tomorrow. So it's the same time 5 p.m. we'll have a webinar for the Switzerland, and after that we have the webinar from the France or some other countries also. So we will let you know. So tomorrow I'll see everybody at the same time 5 p.m. and hope you are enjoying this webinar series and your counselors are getting help regarding the abroad educations. So thanks Praveen again, and thank you very much everybody who has joined this webinar today. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day. Bye bye.
You too, sir. Bye bye. Bye bye to all.